People was good. Ultra influence here, back again in Chess Somebody Playing situation. I had to learn how to stop putting so much pressure on myself. Actually, I'm not gonna say I had to. I'm still learning how to stop putting so much pressure on myself. I'm a human being going through I'm a spiritual being going through human experiences. So, those experiences is you indulging and living and experiencing life, at its fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the fullest capacity, you're dealing with this thing called life, man. Now, when it comes to this thing called life, you're gonna know when your end is near. You don't know when you're, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to take place. You don't know what's, you know what I'm saying, what's at stake. You don't know what you're going to get into the next day. But that's where the faith comes into play, and I'm doing what I can to build my faith. I'm doing what I can to make sure that I'm good. I just hope that, it's just in the eyes of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that it's just in the eyes of the Lord. Because you just never know, man. You just never know when your end is near. You never know when, he gonna call you back home, Now, I'm aware of the fact that we're not destined to be here forever. We're not destined to be here in the flesh forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, he calls you back home, and, you got to go back with him. You got to go back with dad, you know what I'm saying, with pops. But it's scary, man, to even grasp that concept. It's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could go tomorrow. I could go next week. You just never know, man. Like, all these people that's dying, all these people that's just, leaving this earth, and you just left in awe. You just like, yo, like, I wasn't expecting that, because you just don't know. And a lot of us possess this thing called a superhero complex, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us possess this thing that's a superhero complex, where it consists of you trying to control every aspect of your life. You're trying to control every aspect of your life, and also others' lives as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, not being able to control their life, but in the sense of, like, you're trying to rule them, or, you're trying to dictate what they do or they shouldn't do. But you want to save yourself and also others in the process. But I'm here to tell you that that's to your detriment. You can't save everyone, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do any and everything. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can only focus and fixate on the things that you can control, opposed to the things that you can't control. I've always said this too, you know what I'm saying? Give people what you can afford to give them. Don't give them your all. So that's a clear sign that you can't do everything, man. That you can't do anything. You gotta maneuver a certain way. You gotta walk a certain way. You gotta be a certain way. You gotta do things a certain way, man. You gotta think of yourself as a battery, If you are one of those people who possess this complex of, like, yeah, I could save everybody, I could fix things, I could, you're Mr. Fix It, or you're Miss Fix It, that's to your detriment, man. You gotta think of yourself as a battery. You going on 50%, but yet you're giving your all to any and everything, to any and everybody. You're gonna kill yourself, man. Like, you're gonna run yourself in the mud. It's impossible. It's impossible because you can't be everywhere. You can't see everything. You can't hear everything. You can't, But I'm here to tell you that you got to keep going, Tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. But what you do right now is, is on you. We all given a choice to whether we do or we don't. Whether we, proceed to doing things the right way, or we proceed to doing things the wrong way. It's this thing called a righteous code of conduct, man. You want to live righteously to the best of your abilities. Now, I'm not saying that you got to be overzealous, that you know what I'm saying, like, you got to be overzealous for God or whatnot. But put your bricks in, you know what I'm saying? Do the best that you could possibly do to bring forth change, to where as though it's shedding positivity, it's showing genuinity, it's exuding, confidence, it's showcasing love to the fullest extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the fullest capacity possible, man. Do the best that you can, because life is too short to be angry, miserable, bitter, hateful, malice, vindictive, you know what I'm saying, like, trifling. It's too short for you to be that way, man. And sadly, but sadly, a lot of people possess those spirits, man. But I understand that the people that I come in contact with, or that I see on a day-to-day basis, it's not the person, it's not them, it's the spirit that they possess. It's the spirit that is on them, and you just gotta tread carefully out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. Anything can happen. It's not to fearmonger you. It's not to have you worry like, oh man, like this nigga trying to spark fear in me. He trying to, cause me not to be great. I'm not saying that, fam. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, be cautious. Use discernment. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the things that you do. Realize the things that you do doesn't only affect you, but it also affects the people that you look up to. You know? Gather yourselves together, O nation. Gather yourself together. A nation that's not desired. Zephaniah 2:1. We got to gather ourselves together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gather yourselves together with those who are like-minded, such as yourself. Remember when I said find your tribe, the foundation that you've built. Watch what you do, man, because it doesn't only affect you; it also affects your loved ones. And you're gonna never want to leave this earth. You're gonna never want to leave this earth with a regretful mind. So move accordingly. Do the best that you possibly can to exude righteousness opposed to being unrighteous. Do the best that you possibly can to be just opposed to being unjustful. Life is too short to be one of those people that's just like an unlikable person, inconsiderate, and just doesn't have genuinity about themselves, man. Life is too short to be disingenuous. Please just, go about this thing called life the best way that you possibly can. I'm out.